And coming up on UT Today, how schools are keeping their students safe.
Plus, a look into cicada season for the South.
And later, meet the UT student who's drafted for the WNBA.
That and more coming up on UT Today.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for our final show of the season. I'm Mara McJilton.
And I'm Courtney Cox. Welcome to UT Today, a product of the School of Journalism and Electronic Media at the University of Tennessee. UT is calling for support for Austin East after the tragic events there last week. On Monday, April 12th, a 17-year-old Austin East High School student, Anthony J. Thompson Jr., was fatally shot by officers in a bathroom of the high school. There were 4 unnamed officers involved in the incident. One of them was wounded. Knox News reports that 3 of the 4 officers would like the footage from the incident to be released, but KPD has yet to do so. The Knox County School Board has begun meeting with parents from the community.
To hear and to know what's happening in our backyard is the most horrible, horrible thing. To have been there, to watch my friends, to watch my classmates, to watch children that I watch walk to school with their backpacks past my home, not know they made it there, they're okay.
And our thoughts and prayers go out to the Knoxville community and everyone involved in this school shooting. You can find specific steps on how you can help on our website at uttoday.tv.com.
1 in 4 women in the United States experience sexual assault and physical abuse. This month marks the 20th anniversary of Sexual Assault Awareness. Our reporter Simran Kumari now with an insight into sexual violence on college campuses.
Thanks, Myra. Sexual assault on college campuses often goes unreported. A recent survey shows that college women are at an elevated risk of sexual violence. Additionally, they are also twice as likely to be sexually assaulted than robbed. With such alarming data, how can our campus community help? I asked one of the wellness coordinators here at the University of Tennessee.
Be direct. So if you feel comfortable intervening on your own, sort of getting involved in that situation, then you can certainly be direct. You can delegate, and delegating might be a good option if there's someone in the area or someone that you know that perhaps can better handle that situation. Lastly, there's distract.
There are over 400,000 Americans 12 years and older who become victims of sexual violence each year. Among those, 9 out of every 10 victims of rape are female. To change this disturbing figure, we all need to act. Acknowledge the situation, consider your options, and take action.
Thanks, Simran.
Now, for fall semester, students should be planning to come back to Rocky Top and enjoy their classes in person and on campus. While some students may be eager to return to campus in normalcy, some are concerned about their safety. Our reporter Nia Murthel tells us all about it.
For the upcoming fall semester, UT has announced its plans to go back to having in-person classes. The university plans to return to full capacity and almost complete normalcy. But for some students and staff, they may be a little weary about this concept.
With classes being back in person, many students are worried about their safety, and if the transition from being online or in-person classes could have effect on their grades and mental health.
Alan Toney, a student at UT, expresses how safe he feels about returning to in-person classes next fall.
I am a little nervous as far as what the pandemic will entail and what vaccinations and if everyone on our campus is going to get vaccinated and how COVID-19 numbers may increase or decrease.
Sierra Burnett, a coordinator for the Jones Center on Leadership and Service, explains how she feels about in-person instruction in the fall.
I think one of my greatest concerns is that we have yet to see campus at full capacity. And I think my preference would be for us to ease into things.
Burnett entails how she plans to conduct her classroom amid the upcoming fall semester.
I'm going to do my best to encourage vaccinations and providing resources for students who maybe don't have access to knowledge about vaccinations here in Knoxville, but sharing that information frequently and widely
This is Nia Myrtle, UT Today.
And coming up this morning on UT Today, we show you a new business norm in the world. Plus,
coming up on UT Today, I spoke with an insect expert about the massive brood of cicadas that East Tennessee is going to be seeing next month. That's up next.
Welcome back. A noisy bug is coming back to East Tennessee after being underground for 17 years. UT Today reporter Cameron Morgan Rumsey has the story.
Grab your earplugs because East Tennessee nature lovers are in for a big treat next month. Brood 10. Brood 10 is what scientists are calling the massive emergence of cicadas East Tennessee only sees about every 17 years. But how many cicadas will we see? I spoke to insect expert Dr. Frank Hale about Brood 10 to get some answers.
We would suppose they'd be in the billions. This is probably the largest 17-year brood, I believe.
That's right, billions. See, cicadas spend pretty much their whole early life underground, feeding on tree roots before coming up all at one time to transition into adulthood and reproduce. Dr. Hale says this is a strategy for avoiding predators.
For some reason, one of their strategies is to overwhelm the predators with their sheer numbers.
And you know that ringing, whiny sound you hear in the summer months? Well, those are cicadas. And Dr. Hale says all these cicadas coming into the area at one time are going to make quite the ruckus.
But we just hear it collectively as a loud, maybe up to 100 decibel din. It's really loud.
Don't worry though, cicadas are harmless to humans. Your garden, however, isn't as safe.
They're going to attack trees, maybe some shrubs. They go after, pencil-sized twigs to lay their egg.
Stay away from insecticide though. Dr. Hale says it doesn't actually work fast enough to stop cicadas from laying eggs. Instead, he recommends covering plants with cheesecloth or a sheet.
And that physically prevents the female cicadas from laying their eggs.
And one more thing. Dr. Hale says the sounds of small engines can actually attract cicadas, so expect some company when you're mowing over the summer. Reporting for UT Today, I'm Cameron Morgan Rumsey.
all right, thank you, Cameron. Well, plan on traveling soon? You might want to check your license. Beginning on October 1st, 2021, all Tennesseans must have a Real ID license in order to board commercial flights within the U.S., access certain federal buildings, and enter nuclear facilities. You'll know if you have a Real ID if there's an orange star located in the top right corner of your ID. You do not need a Real ID for driving or general ID purposes. For more information on getting your Real ID, you can visit tn.gov/tnrealid.
Starting a new business is not an easy feat. Being a young Black entrepreneur is even harder. UT Today reporter Nina Howard has more on this story.
The Knoxville Chamber of Commerce has estimated there are about 500 Black-owned businesses here in Knoxville, each catering in their own way to the community. These Black businesswomen have created their own business while being full-time students here at the university.
Markia Ash, co-founder of Luxury Diamond Co., works to provide jewelry that encourages women to feel luxurious.
And we wanted our brand to represent luxury for specifically Black women, but all women.
As a full-time student, Ash's plate is full, but she maintains both as a priority.
In this order, it's like school, my business, and one of my main orgs. But those are the three main things that I do. But like if I'm not doing school, any work, I'm constantly thinking about my business. It's a whole nother job, so I would definitely consider myself a Black entrepreneur.
Along with jewelry, women can get products that protect and promote healthy hair. And healthy hair is where Deja Neighbors, founder and CEO of Prettier Profiles, specializes.
Prettier Profiles is a beauty enhancing company that specializes in healthy hair. As of now, we have these shirts for sale on our website, and we have satin scarves and bonnets.
As college students, it can be challenging to maintain healthy habits. And for Prettier Profiles, beauty is in health.
It's a focus on hair, but to me it's beauty in general, just because the relationships that I build with the clients is more about enhancing self-esteem. I post motivational Mondays just to keep people going and encouraged and things of that nature. So to me, it's more than just hair.
With Black-owned businesses on the rise, these young entrepreneurs are juggling school and their business while targeting women's self-esteem. Reporting for UT Today, I'm Nina Howard.
And coming up this morning on UT Today, a look at a volunteer who is now drafted for the WNBA. We've got that story and so much more after the break.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to UT Today. For sports, I'm Katie Prefer. The Tennessee Lady Vols have always had a legacy for producing top-level talent, and this year was no exception. Renai Davis was drafted number 9 in the WNBA draft by the Minnesota Lynx. I spoke to Davis for our final Meet the Vols story.
Former Lady Vol basketball player Renai Davis set goals for herself and for her team throughout her last season at UT.
I definitely set some goals for myself and also for this team. I'm super proud of what this team is doing right now. You know, my individual performances, I feel like as somebody like myself, you always feel like you can do better. I just want everybody to know that, you know, I was here, like I really, you know, care about this university.
Renai Davis was recently drafted into the WNBA, but she still has other goals that she wants to reach off the basketball court.
And then ultimately when I'm done with basketball, I want to settle down and just open my own restaurant. I don't want to play basketball forever. I love basketball, but it's not my entire life. I feel like I have other goals, other aspirations, and I have people to reach in other ways other than basketball. And I feel like that would be through my food, through my customer service, just my personality, just vibing with people in a different way than on the court.
But until then, we'll be seeing Renai take the court in the WNBA. We've got our reporter Maya McCoy in studio to talk about Davis's thoughts on draft night. Maya?
Thanks, Katie. I had the chance to talk to Renai about how she was feeling about her career before she was drafted number 9 overall by the Minnesota Lynx.
Davis had a successful collegiate career and was projected to be a first-round pick and was very excited to finally be pursuing her professional career.
I'm pretty excited, actually. This is something I always wanted to do my whole life, so now it's about that time. So it's kind of surreal.
The 6'2" guard can score in a number of ways, but her most impressive aspect is the efficiency around the basket and how she's able to finish strong, which will definitely transition well in the WNBA.
I like to play fast, get up and down, so I think that's definitely going to transition over to the professional level.
The Lady Vols have a strong legacy of sending players to the next level, as they now have a total of 41 alums to be taken exclusively in the draft. And Davis definitely feels special to be a part of this legacy.
I feel special. That's definitely part of the reason why I chose Tennessee, because they had so many great players that already played there. So I definitely wanted my name, you know, in that category.
Tennessee will always hold a special place in Davis's heart, as she will miss the overall college experience.
I think just being in college in general, that's like a whole experience. Obviously, past like year and a half, COVID kind of like messed up the college experience, but definitely my first 2.5 years, like college is just its own category. Like.
For UT Today, this is Maya McCoy reporting.
The Tennessee baseball team has been a surprise contender all year. Our Olivia Calfee gives us an update on our top 5 ranked baseball Vols.
Tennessee baseball, ranked number 5, is working their way up the ranks. Tennessee baseball player Chad Dallas shares what this season has been like.
Seeing the rankings it's a really cool thing to see, especially knowing what the program has been in the past. So it just kind of shows what we've been working for and what we're still working towards. Obviously, the number 1 spot, but it's something cool to look at, but something you also kind of got to keep on the side and not pay too much attention to.
Lindsey Nelson Stadium has come alive these past few weeks as the Vols keep winning and winning and winning, hopefully on their way to a World Series appearance.
The fans is a huge part of it, you know, seeing more and more people come out each week and showing the support to our team. But other than that is just seeing our team come together each and every week, kind of more and more, and becoming more of a team.
And the future of Vol baseball is looking bright.
The main goal is to just keep producing wins and, you know, make it as far as we can, and we want that to be in Omaha.
The Tennessee baseball team plays this Tuesday versus Lipscomb University. You can follow along with them on their social media. Olivia Calfee, UT Today.
The Vols play in a series versus Kentucky later this week at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Be sure to go out and show your support. Switching gears to basketball, the Tennessee men's team is looking to retool this offseason. Our Grace Levinsky has more.
The Tennessee men's basketball team had an unexpected early exit from the NCAA tournament.
Tennessee is down 9, make it 20.
This brought motivation and opened the eyes of the players, including guard Josiah James.
Just seeing how hard it is to win in March or in the tournament, and so we had a really good team, really talented team last year. Just learning from what we could have done better and knowing how bad it felt when we lost that first game.
With many new players coming to the team this year, they are facing some challenges during the offseason.
Well, we don't really have a lot of people on campus. We have a couple of transfers coming in and a freshman, so we have 7 or 8 people who aren't here right now.
The team has already set lofty goals for this upcoming season.
We want to definitely win the SEC regular season and win the SEC championship and just win as many games in the NCAA tournament as we can.
The players practice for many hours here at Thompson Bowling Arena, perfecting the areas they need to improve on and off the court.
Us being more mature, I feel like we've been pretty immature in the past, and just being able to handle losses and wins kind of in the same way, never getting too excited or too sad about anything, just staying level-headed throughout the whole season.
This upcoming season promises to be full of excitement with the commitment from the existing players and positive energy the new players will bring to the team. With UT Today, I'm Grace Levinsky.
The Vols have multiple 5-star recruits coming in, and next season is looking very promising. Let's change gears a little bit for our last sports story this morning. The UT bass fishing team recently competed in the Major League Fishing College Tournament on Chickamauga Lake in Chattanooga. The team ended up finishing 3rd out of the over 200 teams, and with that, the Tennessee team received an automatic bid to the 2022 National Championship Tournament. You should also know that the team is always actively searching for new members.
So people can reach out on social media. On Instagram, we've got our account UT Fishing Team. You're more than welcome to send us a message there. And we can get you information about an upcoming meeting, or you can reach out to Rec Sports. Rec Sports, they've got their website where it's got all the club sports information, and you can reach out and send an email to one of the exec members, and we can get you in touch and get you at a meeting.
The team looks to continue their success this weekend on Lake Guntersville. That will do it for sports on this final episode of UT Today. I'm Katie Prefer. Stick around to see a fun way to spend your summer and a final send-off for our seniors.
Welcome back. Are you looking for a fun trip to make for the summer? Reporter Scarlett Simpson takes us on a tour to Gatlinburg.
When you're in Gatlinburg, there are so many fun things to do. Let's take a look.
Walking down the streets of downtown Gatlinburg, there are so many sights to see. From a friendly bear waving hello to a T-Rex staring you down. And if you're looking for a bite to eat,
Even getting a pizza the size of your head.
but there's more to Gatlinburg than what first meets the eye. Take a look inside a local shop in Gatlinburg and you'll see a variety of unique t-shirts as well as Smoky Mountain memorabilia, and
You can even find some gifts for your family.
take a break from walking by stepping inside an arcade where you have the chance to win some fun prizes and also play some pretty exciting games. End your trip to Gatlinburg with a ride up the Space Needle, where you're able to get a beautiful view of the scenic nature, as well as get a different perspective of the fun happening down below. Reporting for UT Today, I'm Scarlett Simpson.
How fun. Thank you, Scarlett. Well, sadly, it's our last day here in the studio for UT Today. In just a few weeks, both Courtney and I and our seniors, we will be graduating. So here's a tribute to them in honor of our final show.
I think what I'm going to miss the most about UT Today and just UT in general are the people, the memories we've made.
I'm really going to miss just being able to spend time with people that share the same interests as me and people that are as driven as I am.
With this crew, I think we have all worked so well together, not just this semester, but in the past 4 years that we've been here.
It's hard to find a crew quite like this anywhere else.
A lot of learning in between and a lot of changing as we prepare to go out into the real world now. And I think now what I'm most excited for is what journey everyone is going to take to go out and make a difference in this world.
Thanks so much, Katie, for putting that cute video together. I love seeing everyone's baby pictures. And we wish the best of luck to all of our seniors in their future endeavors, and we will certainly miss you guys. One thing I want to talk about, Courtney, you and I met right here in this studio almost exactly 4 years ago.
We did. We were bright-eyed, we were young, we had no clue how to set up a camera, and now look at us. Isn't it lovely?
Yeah, we can run all of this equipment like, you know, in our sleep, like the back of our hand. And so it's been fun. I'm excited for what the future holds, and I'm excited to see what everyone does to make a difference. And before we leave, we just want to recognize a couple of individuals who have helped to bring UT Today to our screens at home. First, we want to thank David Hunt and everyone at WBIR for giving us the opportunity to premiere for the East Tennessee community on their platform.
We also want to thank Brad Lau and his time to help us here in the studio and answering all of our questions.
We also want to give a shout out to Dr. Sam Swan and the whole School of Journalism for giving us the opportunity to take part in such an amazing experience.
And finally, we want to thank you for tuning in to this experience and this journey with us. Well, that's going to do it for this episode and this season of UT Today.
Be sure to check us out on social media and tell us what your summer plans are. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all things UT Today. Take care, stay safe, and we would like to end the show with scenes from James White's Fort.
Have a great day, and thank you so much for tuning in to UT Today.